Well, good afternoon folks, you're back with me again. This time we're in PREPAR3D, we're in the Boeing 737-800 PMDG. We just started our descent into Kharkiv in eastern Ukraine. Today we're flying for VAU, Virtual Airlines of Ukraine. We're actually flying the Boeing 737-800 for Ukraine International Airlines. As you can see, the weather's a bit crap. It's a bit rubbish coming out of Borispil, Kiev. But supposedly it's better over Kharkiv. They're reporting clear skies, light winds. We're landing to the southwest today, runway 25 approach. And as you can see here on the radar, there are scattered bits and pieces around. Nothing much that should affect our landing. So the briefing is completed, weather's okay, QNH is 1011 today, weather's not too bad. We're going down to 7,000 initially, and then we'll go down to 3,000 for the final base turn. Fuel's looking quite good. Our alternate today is Dnipro, UKDD, or Uniform Kilo Delta Delta. We should be fine for that. I don't expect a diversion today. So the passengers are already in. Unfortunately we had to leave the seatbelts on, signs on for the whole flight pretty much because of the bumps and some of the CBs and the weather that's been around. We've had a rainstorm coming out of Kiev, Borispil. But everything's looking good. We'll see what the weather does when we get into Kharkiv. So 70 miles to run to the Kharkiv VOR. We're actually going to come in just north of the airport, make a right base into 25. So Ukraine International Airlines, they're Virtual Airlines of Ukraine. Ukraine is one of the virtual airlines that I fly for. I fly for a handful of virtual airlines. This is one of them. And Virtual Airlines of Ukraine, they essentially are a cover for 5 or 6 airlines that operate under their banner. You've got Ukraine International, which is the primary one, and you've got Windrose Airlines, which you've seen me probably fly on flights in 2020. And they have Motorsich, SkyUp, which also operates 737s up to Gatwick, and a couple of others. They're a bit limited on the A320 since Windrose is the only airline that operates the Airbus, and they've only got one A320 operating at the moment. Mainly it's A321s on their longer routes. But Ukraine International have a number of 737s, 800s, 500s and 300s, and they also have a 777, 2 of those, and a 767. Which goes down to Bangkok. They also operate the Embraer 190 and 195. We've got scenery for Kiev, was by Intersky Studios, which is really nice. That's quite nice scenery for PREPAR3D. And I've got a scenery that was initially for FSX, which has been adapted to work in P3D for Kharkiv. Not a massively detailed one, but it's good enough. Flown into Kharkiv many times in the real world, so I know it's okay. So as I said, we'll be landing on runway 25, and then it'll be a left turn, second left, and traditionally the 737 UIA parks off the terminal into one of the normal stands, and you'll be able to see that, and we'll get GSX running and you'll see the people disembark. So coming down through the cloud now, so I think it's time to put the anti-ice on. Just a quick note to say Kharkiv is a Russian pronunciation. The city's in the far eastern part of Ukraine. It's the second largest city, mostly Russian speaking, and Kharkiv is the Ukrainian method of saying it. Interesting to note that most people in the east speak more Russian than they do Ukrainian. Okay, coming up on 18,000 feet, going into the muck. but no CBs on the radar, so this is just vapor. Trans level today is basically 10,010 feet, or 10,000 feet basically. Give a little bit of spoilers, bring that speed off a little bit. Just going to increase the range on this so I can see. Right, we'll continue descent. Put this down to 3,000. Checked, because I want to see where we're going to be. Actually, that looks fine. We want to be about 3,000 feet on that turn there. So 45 miles to the airport. I still see plenty of cloud cover, so it's certainly not sealing and visibility okay. But we will see. We'll see what happens. There are clear spots that might be worth a shout. Okay, coming up on 13,000 feet. Descent's going quite well. I'm going to put vertical speed on now, and I'm going to start to pull the speed back to 250 knots. So we can go to 40 miles now. I'm not sure. I think the airport is covered. There is cloud out there, but we'll see. So there was the weather. 200 at 5 meters per second. Clear visibility okay. 24 degrees. QNH 1011. So I'm not certain that it's actually like that, but we'll see. So passing 11,000, let's put the speed brake on, let's bring the speed back. Okay. So set the QNH. 1011 is set. So 240 knots, please. Well, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Certainly not sealing visibility okay. It's not bad at all. Airport's over here. speed continues to climb. Bring it back a bit more. Change that. Well, the weather's certainly better than it is at Kiev. I'll say that. Okay, so turning downwind now. Very soon we'll come back to 200 knots. Interesting little crosswind at the moment, 21 knots from the right. And there's the airport right here. This is the city of Kharkiv, which is very close to the Russian border actually. Locals call it Kharkiv because they're predominantly Russian speaking. It's known as Kharkiv. It's Ukrainian's second largest city, 1.5 million people. Okay, bring the speed back now, 200 knots please. I can go to 10 miles. Let's do a quick post to anybody in the area. Kharkiv traffic, Ukraine 25 Golf is downwind runway 25 and coming up to the right base turn. Wireless is identified. Go flat 1 is checked. 1,000 to go. Stand by for the right turn. So we'll arm the localizer. I think we're going to do the turn manually actually, so let's go heading select. I just want to come down to 3,000 feet. I want this to go out to about 12 miles at least. Okay, anti-ice can go off. Kharkiv traffic, Ukraine International 25 Golfs, turning right base, runway 25, Kharkiv. Okay, flat 5, reduce the speed 170 knots. So maintaining 2,900 or 3,000 actually, 14 miles out. We've got the wind straight ahead of us at the moment. So ILS is set in both. Flap 10 please. At 15. Checked. So nice and slow for the approach. 180, 12.5 miles out. Kharkiv traffic, Ukraine International 25 Golf has the localizer runway 25, 10 miles, number 1 for landing. Okay, got the runway. Arm the approach. Okay, gear down please. Okay, 155, 154. So let's go to VREF, which is 145 today. Flap 30.
2500.
Check. Lights are on. Let's ding the crew. That's okay. Right. So 6 miles. Runways in sight. That's the landing checklist. Please. Gear is down. Flaps 30 set. Speed brake is armed. Auto brakes are at number 2. Missed approach altitude 3000 is set. We have the runway in sight. A landing checklist is complete. Ukraine International 25 Golf, 5 miles, runway 25, number 1 for landing. So we've set that to the wind and get to 1,000 feet. Got a crosswind, but should be okay. We will do a manual landing, all being well, because visibility is good. Looks like we'll come in for about 20 past 1, which is 20 past 4 local time. This is Zulu. Because now it's 14:20 in the afternoon in the UK. Add 2 hours, it's 16:20. Here we go.
1000.
Check. Disengage autopilot. Auto throttle disarmed. Checked. Okay. Have the runway in sight. Looking good so far. Check.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
So landed 13:20. Full reverse. 100, 80 knots. That will just come off the end of the runway here. Welcome to Kharkiv. So it's actually quite a nice little airport in real life. As you can see, you've still got some of the old Soviet style buildings. There's that nice new terminal area with gates there on the right. I don't know why they don't park us there. Maybe it's just because of, maybe for international flights, I'm not sure. As you can see, it's quite a nice little basic scenery. There's that beautiful ornate building that I see every time I go there. But this is where they normally park us. Yeah, they park the aircraft on stand 14 or 16 off the terminal there, and they send the coaches out to pick us up, and we've got a little 2-3 minute ride back to the terminal. So lights off, ABU bleed is on, taxi lights are off. Okay folks, welcome to Kharkiv. We'll let you see GSX do its thing. So at the moment I need to get ready to open the doors. So there we go, they're offloading the bags. Guys from Aeroflot, and here comes the passenger bus. Very nice. Just waiting for something like this for flights in 2020. So now you'll see some of the passengers get off. And as my friend once described it, it looks like The Walking Dead. But it's good enough. Oh, nice lady with the legs there. Sorry. Well, there you go, friends. Welcome to Kharkiv, just a short flight from Kiev. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, it's not Flight Sim 2020, but I still enjoy the nuances of P3D, and I like the 737, so it's nice to go back into this now and again. If you like these flying videos, please like and subscribe. It helps my channel. Quite a lot, and helps me to get more subscribers and to get some new ideas for what content to present to you. I release one video every week, usually on a Saturday around about midday UK time. It's 11 AM Zulu. Usually it's more than that. I think I've got 3 coming out today, or yesterday rather. We're going to be doing a series on the Ukhh Delta in Flight Sim 2020 with the new Bell 47 helicopter. Look out for that coming next weekend, and look out for some more IFR airline flights coming out too. So thank you again. As I said, hope you enjoyed it. If you've got anything you'd like me to do, or you've got some comments, please leave them in the comments below, and I will certainly answer them and try to do what I can. So once again, folks, thank you very much for joining me on this flight into Kharkiv in the 737-800 PNDG. If you're interested in Virtual Airlines of Ukraine, I shall put the URL up for you to have a look at. Go check them out. They're a nice bunch of people, even to foreigners like me. Have a great time, and thanks for joining me in a P3D flight. Look out for more flights in P3D and in Flight Sim 2020 coming next weekend. Have a great week, and take care. Thank you again. This is Lee saying bye for now.